What's up, guys? Welcome to B Sports Picks. So yesterday I told you guys to go with the Yankees. They won very easily. I think the score was like 13-3 or something like that. I took them on the money line. I also took them on a -1.5, and I parlayed them in a couple of plays. So overall, I took them three different times, which is the max that I do for any one team. So overall picture, I've been giving away picks. If you check the last couple of videos, we're at 10-2 on the free picks. So literally, we've only lost 2 picks in the last 5 days for all the free picks that I've been giving out in this channel. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to check out the links in the description. If you want our access to our 10 plays that I have for today already, go and check out the VIP. There's a pinned comment also for 1 day pass, and you get the access to the 10 plays that I have for today. So very quickly, let me just show you the receipts for that. Overall was a 6-3 day because of some hitters. They did not get hits, and overall Sundays are just horrible. So I might even start skipping Sundays, to be honest. But overall, 10-2 in the last 5 days for the free picks. I've been saying this. Even yesterday, I had a 9-2 run, and then yesterday with the Yankees was a 10-2 on the free plays in this channel. So make sure to subscribe. Also, check out the free picks. The link is in the description for that. So this is one of the plays that I took. I actually went 2 units on this because the under stolen bases are so good. And I knew the Yankees were very powerful already. And you can see they won very easily, 11-3 against the Orioles. I'm going to give you guys 2 plays in the NBA. Actually, 2 different plays. One of them is in baseball. It's a little bit questionable. I'm going to tell you why it's a little bit questionable. But then I'm going to give you a very strong parlay in the NBA for tonight's games. Stay tuned for that. All right, so right here, this is going to be part of the Sharp Edge tool. The link's in the description. You can get 2 weeks for free in the Sharp Edge tool. That's what I'm going to be using. That's pretty much what I'd be using every day. So make sure to check that out. 2 weeks for free, and you get access to the Discord as well. So this was added as part, it's called the Nerfy board, meaning the no run first inning. So we've been hitting 100% with these in the last couple of days. This one's a little more questionable. I'm going to tell you why it's questionable, but I still like it. I'm going to take it. Yesterday, I skipped on a very strong one. I was showing one of my buddies that, I really liked it, but I still skipped it, and it won very easily. I should have just went with it. So because of those reasons, I'm going to be less strict, and I'm going to tell you again why I think it's going to hit, but also why it's a risk. So let's get right into it. This is going to be the Phillies and the Marlins. So these are the 2 pitchers. ERA is great on both of them. You can see this guy actually hit 3 games in a row without a run in the first inning. And then if we look over here, this is the career. This is the park, meaning that whenever they've played at Lone Depot Park. So 70% hit rate, 80% hit rate. On the season, 65% hit rate, 77% hit rate. On the last 10, 70% and 80%. In their career, they're over 70% for both pitchers. So as you can see, both pitchers are actually very good. And like I said, this guy is actually 3 games in a row where he has not allowed a run in the first inning. They both have significant games. Well, this one has 291 games started. This guy has about 29 games started. So overall, whenever they start, they're decent. Okay, now this is where the questionable stuff comes in. The only thing that's actually questionable on both of these is the offense. So the offense is very weak here. They're 23rd out of 30. So they're both very weak. However, in the season, they're 65% and 65%. So 65% is nothing, it's not just bullshit. This is actually, they do get runs in the first inning. And to top it off, in the last 3 games, they've gotten 1 game with a run in the first inning for both teams. That's why it says 33% right there. So out of 3 games, it's 33%, 66%, 99%, or 100%, I should say. Either way, this is why it's yellow. This is why it's yellow. And then this is red and this is red. So because of the offense has been getting runs in the first inning, this is the reason it's questionable and it's risky. But I'm still taking it because, like I said, I'm gonna be less strict on these, especially with all these green numbers over here, and then this guy pretty decent as well. So because I feel that this guy's very good and this guy's very good, that's the reason I think they're going to be stronger than this weaker defense, especially the rank being this low for both teams. So, anyways, the first play for this that I'm going to give you guys is the Phillies and the Marlins on the under no run first inning. That's going to be the first play for today. And make sure to subscribe. Make sure you check out the free picks as well. And if you want access to the 10 plays that I have for today, go to the pinned comment. Also, I'm going to hook you guys up with 2 plays, or actually 2 teams that are in one parlay for the NBA. All right, so the first play, the first leg of this is going to be the Knicks versus the 76ers. You can see the 76ers are supposed to get 106 and the Knicks are supposed to get 111. Now, these projected scores are actually very close. I was checking yesterday and a few days ago on how close these numbers are actually so accurate. But they're not obviously extremely accurate, but they're very close, and it tells you pretty much who should be winning the game. So right here is telling you they should be winning the game by 5 points. The current line right now is -7.5. Now, one big thing with this is that the 76ers barely beat the Celtics. So they were struggling to beat them. They beat them in overtime, I believe, game 7, but they barely survived. On top of that, if you were watching the game, you would see that Joel Embiid sprained his knee pretty bad. Like I didn't watch the game, but I was listening to it, and they were telling me that it was a pretty bad injury in the 7th game. So Embiid is actually questionable for today as well. So Embiid right here, like I showed you, it does say hip, but also he messed up his knee as well. So he is questionable. He should be playing. It does say game time decision, but that is a big factor going in on a rested Knicks team at home. On top of that, if you've kept up with basketball at all, if you've seen any of my other videos when I was talking about the 76ers, they just have a shitty-ass record on the road overall. Now, top this off, again, they barely beat the Celtics. On top of that, the Knicks, the last game that they played was a game 6. That's why they're rested even more. They're at home. They blew the hell out of the Hawks. We took the Knicks that game, and they ended up winning by like 50-something points. It was a ridiculous game. So these guys at home are super confident versus a depleted 76ers team coming in on the road with a weaker overall team. So the first leg of this parlay is going to be the Knicks on the money line. All right, the second leg of this is going to be with the Spurs. The Spurs are going against the Timberwolves, game 1. You can see right here the projected score is 115 to 102. They are supposed to be winning by 13 points. The only thing right here is that the line is shifting from -14.5 to a 13.5, so it is going in the favor of Minnesota. But this is a big blowout. This is a big blowout number already. So I'm not too worried about this one line being shifted in the wrong direction. The one thing I do worry about, though, is that the bets are 63% and 69% of the money is coming in on Minnesota, and the line is shifting in their favor. So that is a very questionable thing, but we got to take into consideration everything else. So this line move is not really good, and that's why I'm buying it back so many points. I'm going to tell you exactly how I'm playing it. Now, if we look at the ATS trends, you can see the Spurs and the Timberwolves, they both cover the spreads about 70% of the time. If we go into the expert insights, you can see in their last 35 games, they've won on the money line 85% of the time. Overall, the win probability for this game should be a blowout. 89% chance that Spurs win this game. This is the big one, is game time decision, Anthony Edwards. It does say that it's a game time decision. I have not followed up to see if he's going to be playing or not. Now, I did do a little bit of research. It does say that Edwards is supposed to be out, even though he's showing as questionable right here. But even just him showing as questionable is already diminished. He does have a bone bruise, hypertension. He got that during the Denver series, and their offense is going to be pretty much demolished if he does not play. All right, guys, so I'm going to buy that back. I'm going to tell you exactly how I'm playing it, but I'm going to give you a few more stats. The Spurs are actually one of the top teams in the NBA for the best offense. They're also one of the best teams for defense. Now, Minnesota does have decent defense at 85%, but their offense is struggling at a 75% plus. If Edwards does not play, this line is going to shift dramatically in the Spurs' favor. Again, it's a win probability of 89% for the Spurs. So here's the play, guys. I'm taking the Knicks on the money line, and then I'm taking the Spurs at a -3.5. So again, it's a 2-leg parlay, Knicks money line, Spurs -3.5. We did not cross the 50 comments on yesterday's video, so I'm not going to give away another week for today's video. I would please make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. I will be offering another free week this week. So stay tuned for the videos. Also, make sure to subscribe. Check out the free picks. And if you want access to the 10 picks that I have for today, check out the pinned comment. Thank you so much, guys. Let's get to 5,000 subscribers.